All right, so guys, check this out. The man responsible for the death of Gabby, who took the world by storm, has been found, finally been found. But when they found him, he was dead.
Brian Laundrie is dead, and the human remains found in the woods yesterday are his.
The FBI confirming really what a lot of us had suspected since yesterday. They tweeted out at 5:39 this evening, put out a tweet the FBI did from Denver, their Denver office, saying a comparison of dental records confirmed that the human remains found at the reserve are those of Brian Laundrie. Meanwhile, the search for additional remains continues here at the reserve. Yesterday, the FBI found Brian Laundrie's backpack and notebook near unidentified human remains.
Today, when I walked back there, I got to see firsthand the treacherous conditions that they were working on. We're talking about water levels up above almost the chest area, rattlesnakes, moccasins, alligators.
I'm just still thinking about Gabby, not even Brian. Gabby.
The Laundrie family reported Brian missing on September 17th after he left their home 5 days earlier. Brian remains a person of interest in the death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito. His body was found strangled in Wyoming following their month-long road trip out west.
Okay, ladies, what do you think about this? Because I've often thought that Brian Laundrie killed himself, man. Like, I thought that he would be found dead. He walked off into that forest to die, right? Deltrice, tell us about what you think about this whole Gabby Petito situation.
So I feel that wherever they were before, when the cameras, it was them together and she was crying and all that, and they were stopped by the police. If Brian was a little darker, he had a slighter tan, then Brian would have been in jail today, like still, okay? I have no feelings for Brian. I just don't. It is what it is. He punked out. You killed your girlfriend, and then you couldn't run any longer. You killed yourself. It is what it is.
I feel sorry for Brian. Because if he wouldn't have started dating that young, beautiful white girl, he wouldn't have been all over the news for killing her. Rose, what do you think about this whole situation?
I just think parents...
Let me say this before you start. What the hell was Dog the Bounty Hunter doing in the beginning of that clip?
I don't know why he allowed even to come in the mainland, because he broke the law some years ago, and he is not supposed to even be in the USA. He's supposed to, under his parole, he's supposed to stay in Hawaii.
He's in Hawaii. That's the USA. He's from Hawaii.
I'm talking about, when I say the mainland, I'm talking about coming in from California.
Yeah. Okay.
Under his probation, he's not allowed to come into the mainland. I'm talking about the United States. He's supposed to be right over there in Hawaii. That's where he's supposed to stay at. That's where he's supposed to stay at. But like I said, they have one law for one person and another law for, and we talked about that on a prior show about Roman Polanski. But my thing is this, and I say it again, people can say whatever they want. You have these kids, you need to raise them and teach them. They're going to do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, when it's said and done, you can rest assured if you taught them, you can say, I taught them. They did what they wanted to do. They wasn't raised that way. And when you make things easy, because life is not easy, I assure you, darling, it's not easy. And you make it easy for their children, these are things that's going to happen to them. Who in your right mind in the black community just give some money to somebody and say, oh, go travel across country?
Right.
They should have been working on a job, going to school. Both of them should have been working on a job, going to school, working, and contributing.
So it's the parents' fault?
They gave them the money. They gave them the money.
Do you find it weird, Deltrice, that the parents was there the day before he was found? Because they took the police there and said, this is a spot that we've been before.
I think they coddled him. I don't know how old he was, but
he was in his 20s. I believe she was like 23. He probably was 25 or 27.
Okay, but being up under your mom and your daddy in your 20s, I feel that they took him to that spot knowing that he was familiar with the area, and they felt that he could just hide out for a little while. Yeah, I felt that they are responsible too. They aided and abetted him.
Exactly. That's what I say too.
That's
and
what.
And if he was a little darker, he would have been in jail when the first stopped him.
Exactly.
They would have been like, "Oh my gosh, no, you know, this girl is crying. She crying for a reason." But yeah, he got free.
But she told the police at that point that she hit him first.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter if it was the same conversation with someone darker than him.
Both of them should have been arrested.
Exactly. That's what I said on our show.
I'm fine.
But you know what the police did for them? They let her get a hotel room that night. And they told him to go someplace else and, you know, relax. And they got back together. And he killed her, man. He killed her.
That's fine.
You know, they gave them the benefit of the doubt because they were white. They gave them the benefit. They didn't take his fingerprints. You know, they didn't do the most. They could have did more. You know, they could have held him for 72 hours. Maybe he wouldn't have killed her.
Right.
You know. So that's the end of the saga right there. You know, Brian Laundrie has been found.